Last time on Wayward Knaves, the crew awoke from a wild night of revelry, only to find themselves face to face with the deadly Jalakunu shadow spears. These elusive assassins from the Island of Whispers are known for their silence and lethality. Without a word, the shadow spears gestured toward the encroaching danger in the swamp and vanished as quickly as they appeared. Left alone with the foreboding statue of a grotesque frog monster, the party had little time to contemplate their next move. From the murky depths of the swamp emerged the Necrotoad, a nightmarish behemoth standing over 6 feet tall. Its slimy, warty skin, an unnatural shade of sickly green mottled with decaying black, glistened ominously. The Necrotoad's haunting croak sent chills through the crew, a prelude to the grotesque battle that was about to unfold. Fighting on its home turf gave the Necrotoad an advantage, but the party proved their mettle with swift thinking and inventive strategies. During the fierce combat, Grumb was caught by the Necrotoad's cursed stare, entering a terrifying countdown to death. Players, what was one of your favorite moments from the fight, or the session?
Grit particularly enjoyed not dying to a curse. And also the renowned Jalakunu assassins that were particularly useless in this regard. Oh. And of course, the brownies. The brownies were amazing.
Oh, the brownies were always a hit. And I hope they continue to be. Personally, for me, I think the About to Croak feature with the intense croaking from the other toads of the swamp and the swarms approaching really sort of amped up the threat.
Yeah, nothing is more terrifying than, little froggies. Oh no!
A swarm of frogs.
Yes.
And then Turtle becoming the inheritor of the Necrotoads. The aura, whatever.
The mojo.
Yes. That was interesting. The mojo, yes, I like that. Esprit de corps.
Yes. In a dramatic turn of events, the Don Qui sous-chef, Zabji, delivered the final blow, slicing through the Necrotoad. The creature dissolved into a swarm of oversized necrotic tadpole-like entities writhing in black ichor. As the party caught their breath, the Jalakunu reappeared, their message clear. Find your missing crew members and leave the island, or face the consequences. Eager to avoid becoming pincushions for poison-tipped shadow spears, the crew accepted the Jalakunu's ultimatum. Jalakunu guards stepped aside to reveal the precarious path leading out of the swamp. Navigating a fallen tree, acting as a dangerous footbridge, the crew made their way across a chasm that plunged 50 feet down to jagged rocks below. Turtell, the ship's druid, used his magic to assist everyone during the treacherous crossing, ensuring the party's safety. Now, with the jungle ahead, the party is poised to continue their journey, and so we begin our session.
We are all alive. Not sure if we're quite on the right trail, but did the tree fall behind us into the ravine?
Yes, I think that was one of the climax of the crossing. Was the I think the dice made it pretty fun there. It told a good story. The magic that was holding, I think, the ropes to both ends. I think that might have been the Turtells. That combined with like a low dice roll or something. Yeah, the footbridge is no more. Only jungle ahead.
All right. Well, Grit kind of looks over the edge, kicks a few rocks down into the ravine. Well, that right there, you see that tells us that we got one way to go. We best get to heading, buds.
Now we don't have to worry about anyone sneaking up on us.
Yep.
Behind.
That's right. Yep.
I guess we should hop to it.
Ah! Am I allowed to laugh at that?
Was it funny?
What did I say?
All right, don't you worry about it. No, never mind. We're good.
All right.
Let's hey Turtell, you want to lead the way again? I think you had the best navigational skills. Our beacon.
Lost in thought, Turtell stares into the distance.
Uh-oh. Kind of flick the light in the middle of his shell. I think we better get a move on out of here and find everybody else.
So this is a tropical area. You and the crew, everybody's used to the general climate, but why don't you describe some of the special flora we might find here on Island of Whispers?
Oh, the Island of Whispers is obviously home to one of the things that gives it its namesake. It's the Whisper and Frog Trap, and it's like a fly trap, but where a fly trap eats flies, a frog trap eats frogs. And when it closes, it goes as it slowly deflates and closes around its prey, and that's where some of the whispers come from. I hear it's a local delicacy if you find one and cut it open, and you can have frog tartar. You get some good frog tartar out of those. Yes, you do. We eat stone toads back up at home.
I'm trying to decide whether or not to be I mean, they're not. I mean, I guess it would be okay, but like, it's still a little weird. I mean, like, I don't know what the equivalent in nature of a dwarf would be for me to equate it to. It's like if I tried to chew on a rock in front of you.
Yeah. Yep. Oh. Sure, I'll give you that one right there.
Okay, how about this? You walk into a house.
Pickaxes.
You walk into a house. All the countertops are marble. How do you feel?
Well, I go right up to them and I see if they are level and if they are one piece, and the quality of the construction. Yep.
Okay, then as long as they're prepared well, I guess I'm okay with it.
Yep. Oh, of course. Can't do with no canted countertops unless they're meant to drain. Then that's something else. You know?
Well, yeah, I mean that's a butcher shop, and that's a whole other thing. You got codes, and
Yep. When you're crushing rock fruit up on the table, you got to make sure that the juices they go into the trough. You don't want them all over the floor.
Rock fruit juices, interesting.
Yep.
I'll have to try that sometime.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you
could make
you come on up to the peaks. We'll show you some good hospitality. Yeah. We'll hop to it and get right up there as soon as we get back to where the peaks are.
Okay. The Whispering Frog Trap.
Peaklandia, I think it's on some maps, but I'm not sure that's the official name. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Whispering Frog Trap. Sorry. What else is around here?
It's funny because in Pirate Borg it's called Dark Flora. I'm like, yep, that's pretty dark. We were pretty dark.
Mm. I was trying to work a silent but deadly angle, but it just didn't come together. Yeah. But Zabji, I'm sure, knows all about some of the local edibles or ingredients.
You know, there's toadstool, which is a local mushroom here that grows about as large as a chair. But don't sit on it because, you know, it's a mushroom and it'll fall apart. It is edible. You can make steaks, tempura, cream of toadstool soup. Yeah. I can list them. I can keep going if you want.
Well, my friend, I've always had a question about cream of soups. Like, couldn't you do a cream of anything soup? As long as you mash it up enough, you know? Yeah.
I mean, the cream usually comes from other stuff, like cream.
Yeah.
But yeah.
You see, there's cream in the cream.
No, well, I mean, usually like cream of mushroom soup is just mushrooms and cream. It's not even mushrooms.
All right, yeah. That makes that puts 2 and 2 together right there. Yep.
Yeah, it's like rock fruit salad is rock fruit and other stuff.
Oh yeah, yep. Yeah, you don't mix shale lettuce, but if you want to, it makes a good salad with rock fruit. Rock fruit it's technically a vegetable, but it's called rock fruit, so it's usually in fruit salads and not in vegetable salads. So yeah,
never had a chance to try it. I can't chisel through the husk, so I've just never been strong enough to try one.
Oh well, you just you just gotta leave it outside for about 37 days, and on the 38th day, or take off a week depending on how many inches of snow you've had. But on that day, then it'll bloom right up for you. And you got to go out there and you got to snatch it quick before the vegan mosquitoes get out there and start munching up at it. Yeah. We got all kinds of critters up in the peaks.
Okay, yeah. Yep. Well, I can't wait to visit one day.
Yep. Be happy. It'd be a real hard time getting the boat up there, but I'm sure a whole crew and lots of ropes. We could.
Yeah, we definitely need to bring the boat. I don't like not having the boat.
Yeah. Oh yeah. In fact, I'm kind of itching for
Yeah. I don't think we mentioned it, but like this sucks, right?
Yeah.
Walk.
Yeah. I'm feeling a little like land leggy.
Yeah, like
nothing's so solid when I step on it.
So weird.
Yeah. I thought like I tried to leave that behind. That's one of the many reasons that I left home. But
I tried to angle the water so it'll flow into my mouth when I pour it and just go straight down.
Exactly. And when I stand, if I'm like holding a small child or a pet, I can't just stand there and let the boat do the rocking for me. I gotta move, and it's very tiring. It is extremely tiring.
I don't know how people live like this.
Yeah. So Turtle, here, come here. Tie a rope around Turtle's waist and kind of start towing him along.
Yes. Deep in thought. He's not going to contribute much, but he's not going to disagree with anything.
Just don't go turning into like a crawdaddy or anything and like running off on us, Yep.
Probably won't.
Worse ended up in the stew pot. Yep.
And as far as lower species cannibalism, I'm okay with it. The way I see it, like in a pinch, I'd eat a monkey. If it came down to it, like if I had to. And that's like a little.
I tried to get up some frogs when we were smashing stuff, but the Necrotoad certainly wasn't edible when it went through.
No.
Yep.
That's
not a good
bad
sign.
food poisoning. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
But all right. Let's
work your way through the palms and flowers and careful to avoid whispering frog traps. As you cross these things, it's almost like if you guys seen Hook with Robin Williams, all the flowers come to life and they react to him in a similar way when you guys pass a few whispering frog traps. They get a whiff of Zabji, and for a second they start to bend toward his direction like a sunflower chasing the sun, but it's only it's a ribbit. It's okay. It's not. So they just they can decipher betwixt amphibians, and as you encounter the next toadstool, a whole cluster of toadstools coming off the base of this one giant. We'll say, I don't know, pine tree? Not pine tree. That doesn't make sense. Whatever. Big tree. Very big tree.
A redwood.
Redwood.
It's like
in
an
the Caribbean.
auditorium.
Yep. Sorry, a fantasy redwood.
Fantasy redwood.
They're blue woods. They they grow out here. Yep.
Coconuts, yeah.
Blue ones. Ooh, blue coconut. There we go.
Mm-hmm. Where do you think blue coconut milk comes from?
Yeah,
You know?
that's where they got it on.
Oh. I'd imagine as we're walking, I'd take my maul or kind of shake off some of the frog bits from
For sure.
fighting the swarm into the frog traps. You know, do double duty there.
Off, and I don't know how we're tracking rations or whatever, but that would definitely go into that. That would be added to that.
I have basic supplies. Oh, I'm sorry. We have a Zabji with us. I didn't think we would ever want for food. You know.
Right.
I mean, I would assume that most of my backpack is food. I don't carry much else.
When he drew out the big fillet knife, I thought it was a sword at first and was very surprised, and then realized it was a knife, a cooking knife. And okay, yeah, that makes sense.
My rapier is absolutely just a really long knife.
Boy, you got some good fillets with that thing right there.
Yeah, I can take down a cow in 30 seconds.
Zabji the piranha.
Press on deeper into the jungle. Not much. There's actually a lot happening there. You can imagine all the bugs and the birds, all these kind of creating a harmony that with a million parts all happening at once. As the temperature is, it's warm, but it's not like you're not dying. And as you go through the woods, you hear something up ahead, very distinct. It calls out, "Who can? Who can? Who can?"
I think Discord partially muted you there.
Oh, who can? Who can?
Who can?
Who can?
Who?
Do we recognize is it like a person or is it like a creature?
Who can? Who can? To make a
wait.
Let's see. Instinct check. Instinct test check. Roll for instinct.
Both of us?
Whoever wants to.
Oh, Zabji. Well,
okay. I'm
more curious. Yeah.
Okay. So would that be with advantage or just flat?
Oh,
I'm not using any hope
Okay.
to assist. So, yeah.
No, I'm gonna go just flat.
Goes both ways. Yeah.
Exactly. 15.
Nice.
With hope.
It sounds like someone is just saying who can, but you, by the tone and repetition of it doesn't quite sound like a person, but that is being said. Who can?
Huh.
I can. Grish's gonna, but bumble on forward. Doesn't sound like it's anything threatening, unless it's a Necrotoad going, "Who can?"
Oh, that's how they get you.
Yep. So yeah, push through the ferns or whatever until we see what's there. Yeah.
You come up on, and there's kind of you're following a very rough path. I mean, it just happens to be like the least most crowded, the least crowded direction you're headed. But you do come up upon a little scene, a clearing in the canopy. Lets the light shine down as part of a little lit scene, and before you, I forgot to make a thing in Roll20, but I'll just upload it directly to Discord here. Before you is a bird, actually a pile of feathers sits before you, and it mixed in is the unmistakable fur of Coinpurrs that everyone on the crew is very accustomed to finding all over their clothes, in their personal effects, on their beds. But the the array of colors around all the gray and white fur matches the bird that you see before you. And as it pivots its head all the way around and faces you with the opposite direction, you realize where the source of the sound is coming. Who can?
And it has Coinpurrs fur, like, on it. Like, it is the pile of feathers, or it is sitting on a pile of feathers? Sorry.
Go ahead and make an instinct roll.
Cool. Flat. Let's do it. Boo. Hope. Probably a failure with hope.
Take the hope.
8 total. I'll take a hope.
Describe, like, how close are you? Are you getting closer?
I mean, Grit's gonna, especially if I potentially notice that there is a sign of Coinpurrs here. Definitely gonna start making my way forward.
Okay,
Yeah,
if you're going close, then it's very low DC. Like and this bird is not aggressive. As you close in, even to very close range, we'll say like maybe 5 feet away. As you get close, this thing takes off the who can. Who can, and he flaps away. But as you approach the scene, you can tell that there are a lot of feathers and some blood here mixed up, and that there's way too many feathers here for it to belong to that bird that just flew away. It's there was a whole scene here.
Well, you know what? I think our buddy Coinpurrs, he might have been a little famished, you know?
That's weird. I left pate in the cooler for him. I mean, the chef must not be. He constantly forgets to put out.
Yeah. might have left it behind, but yeah, maybe he wanted a little traveling snack, you know?
Could be.
He was legging it.
You know, I have to say, the first time I thought when I saw that bird was fried chicken. So you know, it could. Yeah.
There you go. So yeah, I'd kind of rummage through. Are there like bodies of birds here? Any other birds, or is it just
Not
feathers and fur?
You see a very ornate beak, but it's just the beak left, and some talons, and but no, Coinpurrs. And by the way, there's definitely way more feathers than fur in here. And, but yeah, it looks like perhaps a kitty had his a meal here.
Any tracks?
So yeah, as you continue to investigate, yes. Let's do another. Let's see if we're looking.
Oh yeah, I will help or work on that too, since I've got my Ridgeborn advantage to navigate harsh environments.
So yeah, instinct roll.
And survival knowledge.
I didn't mean for it to be instinct.
we prod turtle again. Nothing happens. I mean, I could just do it with advantage and then we don't have to burn anything. Flat advantage. Boop.
Woo!
Hey, look at that. 20 total with fear.
I'm maxed on fear.
Yeah.
That's
always a good sign.
Well, yeah, not forget the not only. Yes, there is a clear direction, at least. Not like a continuing path, but for sure there is a path that leads pretty much the same direction you were already going. Coinpurrs' paw prints lead that way.
It's wasn't he supposed to be with
Kana.
Gosh, who was he with? Grumb? Oh, Carna. Okay. Yeah. Carna. The boatswain. Yes.
But with a 20,
Do we see any bigger tracks, or is it just Coinpurrs?
So with a 20, we're gonna say you took a moment here and like got down
Mhm.
Ranger style and fully soaked in the moment. And no, you do not find any sign of Karnath at this point. You haven't seen any Karnath signs since like a little bit into your journey. So like before the footbridge, you lost track of him.
No. Well, we're following the more important crew member.
For sure.
Anyway.
Yeah. 100%.
What's a boatswain even do again?
He brings me the groceries usually. I don't know what else, but we tell him we need flour and we get flour. So I think
I thought he was swain in the boat, and I wasn't going to ask any questions.
yeah. He usually carries boxes.
Mm.
He does. He's good at that.
They say carry a box and you can get in anywhere you want. Yep.
That's true.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? That's honestly how I got on the boat the first time.
I remember, and then we left, and you didn't get off before.
Yeah,
Yep.
it was a couple weeks before someone realized that there was somebody else in the kitchen making the food, and they decided to keep me.
Yep. The morale had noticeably improved. Yep.
Yeah. Turns out salt exists. Who knew?
I didn't. Yep. Oh yeah. So Grit always, every time he's looking like for tracks and whatnot, he's like grabbing dirt off the ground and watching it fall through his hands, sniffing and tasting it a little bit, even if there's like visible tracks, right in front of him. So takes a decent amount of time to do that. And, yep, Coinpurrs. He sauntered out this way, but I ain't seen hide or hair of Karnath
Okay.
in a long time.
You keep waving the dirt in front of your face, and I just want to point out that cats go to the bathroom in that.
Oh yeah, that's how I know.
Okay.
It's got that that acrid kind of.
So warm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
Because I don't think.
And when it sticks to you here, like right here on my hand, blows and flicks it off.
Definitely. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna wash hands later. The next stream you come to, but yeah.
Oh yeah, I'll take a sand bath right here. And just rubs his hands together. Yeah. So Coinpurrs definitely had some big old snack here, but I don't know about Karnath. I think they split up.
Yeah, I'm wondering if they got separated, or I mean, I don't know. It's weird that Coinpurrs does do this, but I don't know. He's not like this adventurous usually.
Yep. Usually like to stay where you can get some scritches. Yep. Uh-oh. Grit kind of looks back over the trail. I hope Karnath wasn't at the bottom of the ravine, because there's a tree down there now that wasn't there before.
I don't remember anything lizard-like in yellow, but yeah, I think we're okay.
Yeah. He would have screamed. Yeah. Unless he was crushed instantly, which, what a way to go.
I mean, yeah. Just like that old lady said. We went to that fair and she told Karnath how he was going to die, and it said a tree falling on him in an island. It was weird.
Oh, yeah. Which is weird because we either are on a boat or islands, So
it was so specific is the thing. That's why it popped out.
So he's always been looking up, Maybe he got lost because he's always looking up at branches and trees.
Yeah.
So,
wouldn't be the first time.
Yeah. Well, let's get Coinpurrs, or let's find Coinpurrs. Equal member of the crew and all. We don't get anybody, and make sure. He. What Coinpurrs is a
Coinpurrs.
He. Make sure he's not taking a nap and about to be eaten by a Necrotoad or Necroturtle. Kind of side eyes at Turtle or anything, and then yeah, because we know Coinpurrs loves to nap after a big meal. So
don't we all?
Yep. Oh yeah.
Squeeze in a quick 23 hours.
Yep.
I mean, I know I'm useless if I don't get my 13.
I love that brisket when you smoke it for, like 4 days, and I think you put it on top of the stove where nobody else can see it, and then I find it about a week later, and then it's like, ooh, the crispiest just fall apart in your mouth because it has absolutely no internal structure to it, because everything was completely dried away. Oh, I love it.
Yeah,
It's a little dusty, but yeah.
We call it. It's not jerky. We call it parchment.
Oh, okay, yeah. That explains the inky taste sometimes.
Yeah.
Gotcha. It's just weird. Oh, you know what? Carnath said he was missing his list. Anyway, kind of pull out his shopping list and start munching on the corner of it. All right, well, let's go find Coinpurrs. I mean, unless we could reminisce about more, that's fine too. Yeah.
I'm writing stuff down. You guys bullshit, so it's like becoming canon as it comes out. Chef has grudge.
Who needs a plan when you've got players to, yeah.
Blue coconuts.
Oh, Carnath's friggin' prophecy.
Oh God.
We're
gonna be at like a hotel named the Island, and then like a bouncer called the Tree is gonna kill him or something, or Oak, and we're not gonna know it. Yeah.
It's Final Destination.
Mm-hmm.
So as you keep pressing onward, describe. You encounter 2 more scenes where Coinpurrs has just decimated one of the local wildlife. Coinpurrs doing his invasive species thing. What are those animals? You guys tell me.
I was gonna ask you if they were both, or if they were hukus or whatever those were. Yeah, who cans?
What are the next 2? And it could be. I was thinking like we could have like oversized insects on this place, like odd little carnivores that evolved here that wouldn't normally be carnivorous in other places. I'm thinking of that weird like dog cat thing on Madagascar, whatever that thing is.
No. I'm thinking a large, not like large, but like for them, like a wombat, but it's like totally hairless, and it eats bugs and stuff. And like, so I recently learned this. Wombats, their defense mechanism. Wombats' butts are made of cartilage, so if something attacks them, they just go in their burrow and stick their butt out, and then if something tries to attack them, they just shake their ass until they smash the creature's skull into the ceiling of its burrow. Wow! So it twerks things to death.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
But this one carnivorous?
Oh yeah.
Does it use its butt offensively?
It hunts with its butt.
Nice.
It like finds another burrow and just like it goes down in their butt first.
Like Kirby style.
Yeah.
Like I'm falling out.
So Coinpurrs took out a butt hunting naked wombat. That's amazing.
Oh wait, is that one of them drop wombats? They wait right above the burrow and they go
drop
right when something crawls out.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ass first.
Yep. You can actually make stew, and the thing is, you can use the butt as a bowl.
Oh yeah.
God.
Them butt bone bowls. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like he's not paying attention, but it's like when you eat a turtle.
Oh yeah. You could just like put the whole thing over the fire, and it just renders down into the cartilage or the shell. Oh yeah.
Economical.
Yep. Hello. Kind of wave my fingers for a turtle. Yep, he's we got to get him to well.
I think maybe that toad might have hit him when we were looking or something.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember who's our doctor. Oh yeah, Liliana, Madam Fairwind. Oh yeah.
she would not approve of the shenanigans.
Yeah, we best be getting Turtle to wonderful Miss Fairwind.
Yeah, she always
when we
gets
get
really
chased.
mad when we, let people sit and suffer. She always lectures like, you gotta bring them in right when they break the bone. And if it's poking through the skin, it can't wait till tomorrow.
Yeah, but you know what they say. If it's green, you got a day. If it's black, it probably needs to go away.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
it'll go back.
And if it's red, well, you're fine.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Probably tomato sauce.
Yep. Exactly. Yep. So yeah, we got what we got here? Oh, one of them. Where do they drop?
Drop bears.
Drop wombats. Drop
Wombats. Yeah. Kind of look like Nutra. You ever had Nutra? Nope.
The rodent?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
We got Stone Nutra.
I think it's like a core memory resurfacing. I saw like a movie I wasn't supposed to see when I was little, but it was a horror movie, and I think they were the nutria. Like it was just.
Oh yeah.
A swarm.
They're like wombats. Like they're like big rodents. I know wombats are marsupials.
Yeah.
But yeah, Nutra they're like good sized rodents that. I don't know if they still have it, but they had a bounty out on them for a while, where you could bring them in and get paid for it.
Are they invasive somewhere?
Certain parts of Louisiana. Yeah.
What did some like assholes bring them in as pets and set them free or something?
I don't know. Yeah. They're everywhere. Same way with coyotes. Like sometimes people pay you to take them.
God. I saw a coyote
They'll
this morning.
Eat everything. Yeah.
Sorry, I saw a coyote this morning on our walk.
Yeah.
Like broad daylight, and he was like moving slowly. I'm like, oh, this is a little weird. This is like rabies maybe situation. So I fled behind a fallen tree and took some photos, like a man.
There you go.
Well, honestly, like I'm with.
It's about yay big. They look. Well, I feel like they're smaller than a big dog.
Yes.
Like an average coyote's, maybe like 30, 40 pounds.
Yeah. The problem is though, they always just look crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Like no matter what. Even if they're not rabid, they look like they're just.
Mm-hmm. I used to have a deer lease, and we would you hear them, at like sundown or sunrise when they're out there in packs, and there'd be one howling over there, and then it would howl, a half mile away over here. And it's a very haunting, like, yeah, you'd have the little yips, and then that just like rolling across there. So they're cool to see though, like they just like vanish, like disappear, and their coats and everything would blend in, and then they pop right back up over there.
Cool to see a healthy one. That's fine. Like when they're out doing their coyote stuff, but when like one wanders and he's got mange.
Oh yeah.
Like,
yeah, that definitely looks just like in the neighborhood, just chilling.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, he looks scared too.
Well, yeah, he wakes up like you guys. Like, where the fuck am I? Why am I here?
Yeah.
Why is there
What's
a
this
cellular
car thing? What is it? Yeah. Where am I? All right. Well, I got an idea for the other creature that
what is Coinpurrs?
Stonepurrs. Coinpurrs has come across. It's a giant. I don't know the proper name for them, but they're reverse moths. So they're moths. They're about yay big, but in their life cycle, they just completely engorge themselves and they attach to a tree, and their outside layer sloughs off, and they become a big, nasty, venomous, aggressive caterpillar that then goes and lays moth eggs. So instead of going caterpillar to pupa to moth, they go the other way. Yep.
So the egg hatches and a bunch of flying things come out of it.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, one leg is like multiples of them, and then they go out and start eating, and just like little caterpillars, they, tenfold in size, by the time they're ready to molt and shed. Yeah.
What in the Kafka?
Gross.
Speaking of kids seeing, I saw some moth horror movie when I was like, 8 or 7, and big moths have always rubbed me wrong a little bit. Yeah.
Terrified of spiders because I saw arachnophobia when I was 5 years old.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
For life.
Yep. That's
I even watched
no
Jeff Daniels
question.
movie for a while.
That was on it was a TV movie, right? It was like a network movie.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, it definitely looked like
Have a visceral memory of the coffin being open with the dead body in it and the spider crawling out, and I cannot be around a spider.
Yeah. I've gotten a lot more comfortable with bugs after the bee stuff. But
Exposure.
both of the recent things that I've done, I've been in a wall and there's like a swarm of bees, and then a giant ass cockroach comes out. And I'm like, oh, a cockroach! By the way, dragonflies on this island. I imagine there are some dragonflies.
Ooh,
Or fly-sized dragons. Whatever works there. Yeah.
Pseudo dragon sized dragonflies. There we go.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. That might have magical breath. Yep. All right, so yeah, there's the reverse carnivorous moths, I guess.
That's awesome.
And
Drop Wombats.
I think Coinpurrs probably found a nice fat one, and maybe
what's
it tried to eat him. What?
Did he take it out at the moth stage or the?
I think it was like landing to molt. Like it was probably getting ready. It was kind of sketchy, and it needed to land somewhere because it was big and heavy and full. And Coinpurrs was like, "Ooh,
Yep.
Snack on the go. There we go," and just had it molt early and dug in. Like he's like Pumbaa with the Hakuna Matata.
So yes, after several gruesome
Sorry.
encounters, it seems like we missed the action. Coinpurrs has been cleaning up on this island. You finally, it looks like the light is starting to creep in. It's been not dark by any means, but just that you have the natural canopy shading your way as you come through, and you finally start to see some light up ahead. And yeah, I was gonna do one thing, but I'm not gonna do that anymore. I'm gonna just go jump right into it. Got a little intro here. And I won't make you roll again, but that 20 will carry it over. Like you, every now and then you will come across, obviously these scenes of death, but also more tracks.
Awesome. Does the fear carry over too from the?
Oh yeah, I'm. The bank is full. Over here.
Love to hear that.
Part of that's been
Thunderstorm gathers above.
As we're walking, there's going to be a ding, and I'm going to go, I grabbed some of those toadstools, and they had some toadstool berries, so toadstool berry brownies.
Perfect.
Give them a shot, and that'll be our rally die.
Yes.
Love it. Okay, gotta have the rally die. I need a reminder. I'm gonna put something just on my desk in front of me so I remember that thing is a rally die. Toadstools that propagate by fruit. Yeah, there's some strange stuff on this island. I mean, great thinks all these, all the vegetation, everything around here is so soft. How does it survive? But, yeah.
Most people don't cut things with a chisel. I don't know. I don't really know how to explain it.
But if you got the wind, and it's like a constant knife. It's just going and going and going and going. So anything soft is just gonna get eaten and worn down. So everything's got to be tough up in the peaks.
True.
It's just how life is, It's it's a
soup.
mud roll stone world, Yep.
Yeah, I guess. But down here we're a bunch of softies.
Yep. Yep, pretty much. That's all right. Yeah, y'all are good people.
For the most part, yeah.
Except
the
the Jalakunu, you know, if they're there, I wouldn't imagine that they are not watching us from the bushes. You were not very helpful with the Necrotoad that was supposedly plaguing you for generations, according to the story. Anyway, where were we? Sorry, a little bit of hospitality.
Yeah, repeatedly.
Yeah, as Grit like sarcastically like addresses the forest, looks over for just a split second, about 30 yards deep into the forest. You do see eyes connecting with you, and he's just like shakes his head. No, it disappears.
Zabji's gonna just let out a worried croak.
You know how we could tell if it's safe if they were here talking to us. So keep your eyes peeled. Well, I guess they're always. Never mind.
That's actually a great point.
Because I imagine they're.
Yeah. Oh no, yeah, I have like panoramic vision. It's really actually kind of distracting because I can't look really straight on. So if you could stand like to my right or left, it would be great.
It kind of waves a hand, but it's great if you never moved all day. You could watch the sun rise and you could watch it set without ever having to turn your head.
True, except they usually keep you in the kitchen from sunrise to sunset because that's when you guys eat. So they don't really let me out during the daytime a lot.
I mean, you seem to like it there, you know.
True. No, yeah, it's where I'm happiest, actually. Like, I would rather be there right now.
Yeah, I remember that one time we kind of had a short spot in the boarding crew, and they put you in the back row, and you about ladled someone in the commotion before we were even 100 yards from the other boat. So, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, I get. Ah!
But next time, get out that fillet knife. You do good work with that thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna use that from now on. No more ladling, especially after that old lady incident. But yeah.
Yep, she tried to read your fortune, and you were not having any of it.
Exactly.
Yep.
No one tells Zabji how he dies.
Yep. Oh, sorry, where were we? We were coming upon a scene, and I forgot what the scene was.
No, I like this better.
Yeah.
No, put Zabji in a corner.
Zabji in great hour.
No, yeah. So, as we were clearing the forest, there is. Oh, and I need to go back a little bit before you even crossed the footbridge. You noticed that the islet, the part of the island that you were about to cross over onto, had deeper into the center of it, like a much higher cliff, jutting from the already high cliff. You know, so it's like you guys were already pretty elevated. Like when you crossed that bridge, it was 50 feet down or whatever. Imagine that you couldn't see any details from where you were previously, but there is an equally high cliff. You know, it continues.
So has it got kind of to the north more, like toward the center of the island?
Right. Oh,
yeah.
So toward the north part of this, if we go on pretty much where the little skull guy is.
Cool.
I'm gonna use them for unknown locations. That's like our unknown location marker.
I know we've got the Necrotoad butt map from earlier.
And I found out how to make nameplates visible to players. So yay!
I see all that. Yeah.
With just a cool 4 years in.
Oh wait, I found the donkey.
A donkey? Yeah, he's up there.
The donkey. Yeah.
I
Shelly.
forgot I left that up there. That was an accident, but it is that direction though. This, like, you guys did come from that direction.
I got a feeling. Yep.
So
it's out that way.
As the trees part, everyone, you hear a sign of a disturbance. There is a chaos happening up ahead as you trudging through. You hear a caw, 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 and actually, yeah. What do you do?
I think Coinpurrs is just eating, so slowly, walk up. Don't disturb his repast that's going on here.
As you clear the forest, in fact, you do hear like an exchange, a back and forth of the caw caw, like a bird in distress, but also like a cat, or not caterwauling, but making the hissy sounds and fight sounds. And yeah, and that happens, and you're, because of the you're not going through easy terrain. It's not like a beaten path. It's still jungle. You break through finally, and just enough for both of you. No rolls. Well, both of you see Coinpurrs just in the distance before you're able to catch up. Dart off the opposite direction toward a stone structure. But before we get to the stone structure, before you, between that and you, is the bird that was in the scuffle with Coinpurrs. Caw, caw, caw.
Coinpurrs, you left your meal behind, buddy.
This it is a stunningly vibrant parrot. Its feathers a dazzling array of rainbow colors that shimmer and shift with each movement. The sheer beauty of the bird is mesmerizing, with every feather reflecting a different hue, creating a living kaleidoscope of color. Its eyes are deep, intelligent green, hinting at the extraordinary something. I need both of you. This bird, caw caw. It's very distressed, and it's missing some of its feathers, its beautiful feathers, as it struggles to regain its footing after being attacked by Coinpurrs. It turns around and makes eye contact with you both, or you all, the whole party. And this is what's about to happen is going to affect everybody who's not here, everybody who's in the future party, whatever, everybody who joins. But both of you, please.
All across time and space.
Exactly. As it always was, as it always will be. Where is it? Where am I? Here we go. But I changed that.
We all get boons from the bird.
So, yes. Radiant fractals. So, when threatened. Sorry. Catching up. Okay, so being threatened, the bird looks at fixes its eyes on the group. A sense of calm and peace washes over you for a second. To contrast the violence and the chaos just before. Suddenly, the atmosphere changes. The macaw flares its wings with an explosion of radiant cosmic fractals burst forth, filling the air with dazzling pattern of light and color. And from your perspective, you can just imagine like everything slowing down to almost a freeze frame, and then your perception of the reality around you begins to almost chip and break and fractal like a mirror broken, as like a Doctor Strange in the Mirrorverse or whatever, like the practice universe or whatever. As you cry out, you experience visions of overwhelmed and the sheer intensity of the display, and for what feels like an eternity, you are blind, stumbling, and disoriented. I need both of you to roll a d6, please.
Oh, okay. It's like one of those six videos people edit where it's like one transition to another. There's like artifacts that it's weird. Oh, 2 sixes.
Sixes.
Awesome.
Also,
I don't know what those videos are called, but I know what you're talking
about.
That's what it makes me think of. Yeah.
So so that one moment feels like almost a lifetime squeezed into. Now you weren't panicked. There was no pain. In fact, it was pretty calm. It was just very off-putting and unsettling. But both of you rolled a 6. That is impressive. Unfortunately, you are now blinded for
6 is good?
6
Oh.
hours. No.
Oh.
D6 hours blind. But there's also a sense of power within you. Each of you feels a little bit different, tingly sense. But first of all, before we get to that, what are we gonna do blind? What are we doing for 6 hours?
Oh no. I mean, if that bird was still close and I heard it, I would try and hit it. Thinking the Necrotoad died and I was not cursed anymore. Maybe Rainbow Bird that did this, if it dies, I will not be cursed with blindness again. That would be my immediate reaction in this situation.
So we're trying to attack?
Yeah.
So,
Go with the bird.
Go ahead. So, how are you sensing the bird? Let's see. If you're going to attack the last place you think the bird was, maybe? Go ahead and roll with disadvantage there.
Okay. Yeah. It feels like perfectly appropriate. All right. Warhammer is a +2 strength with disadvantage. All right. Hey, a 14 with hope.
So, yes, take your hope.
And I rolled a 6 on the disadvantage die, just out of a d6. So that was the third d6 in a row. Jeez, thanks. Roll 20. I'll take the hope though.
As you, as the time that you were kind of frozen during the fractal radiant display starts to speed back up to normal speed, you decide in your head that you're gonna take this bird out, and you pinpoint it. It's still cawing, caw. It never stopped that during its display, and you start to strike down, and you got a pretty good sense. Like I'm gonna even give you some flavor there for the dwarven background with like tremor sense and like not depending fully on sight. I'll give you all of that, but.
Yep.
As the warhammer comes, it just slams down, and you make contact with the ground. And we're gonna say that in between you deciding to swing your hammer and it actually making contact, a full hour passes.
Just staring forward.
Yeah, exactly. From y'all's perspective, it was just, and we'll say even Zabji's like looking at you swinging the hammer. It's like, whoa, and then boop. You go from one second to the next, and 1 hour has. And I'll just say that the sun looks different. That's how you would know, was the shadow all of a sudden changes. Everything, the shadow changes. Like, what? Oh wait, you're blind. Never mind.
Yeah,
that's not a good
I was
example.
like, is the blindness like? Yeah,
that's not a good example.
I was gonna say maybe everything is messed up somehow, but yeah.
Yes, we'll say there's a drastic
the warmth is a little bit less on my skin. Yeah.
There you go. And
from the sun.
The ambient noise it changes abruptly, so we'll do that. So the forest noise is all the creatures, all your drop wombats, and the reverse moths, and pseudo dragonflies, the buzzing. It's almost like when you have a bad edit, like a bad audio edit, it just like you don't smooth it out. It's like and now we're here. So that is how you tell that some time has changed, and I guess only the players will know it exactly an hour has changed. But you guys, characters, very disoriented right now. So with 5 hours to go, what do we do with 5 hours?
So before we lost vision, there was like a stone structure nearby, right?
Yes, that's where Coinpurrs darted off to in the back.
I think we should try to get inside just in case. I feel like it might have been this direction, and I'm just gonna like hold a hand out as I'm kind of walking.
Yes.
And just kind of hope I'm walking in the right direction.
No, yes.
I guess I'm standing there solid, like for an hour, just like poised to attack as you're doing this.
I'm gonna say grab. So we already established that we had a leash on Turtle. So I'm just gonna say you grab onto the leash halfway, and that way we form a chain. That way we're all walking in the same direction.
Perfect. Let's make a knowledge check to see if we recall exactly the direction Coinpurrs headed off to.
Okay.
I guess I'd help in any way I could, but I feel like I made the decision to attack, and then that ate my time. So I don't know if I'm available to help.
Hammer. Swing time, 1 hour.
Yeah.
I'm gonna burn a hope and add a d6.
Nice.
Is that just a thing you can do?
Is it to give advantage, or is that?
Well, it's if you're helping someone.
Okay, then I'm gonna use my rally die to do this.
Is that a d6? For reference. Or is it a d8? Okay.
It is at level 5, it'll go up to a d8.
Cool. Now, if you have an experience that's relevant, you could burn a hope to add it. Yeah.
Ooh, okay, actually, so since I have the scavenger experience.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Can I burn a hope to just add that?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So then I will.
You like try and talk to me and you just get no response. Just literal gritting of teeth.
No, that's good. It's low DC because it was like you guys were. I mean, there's the forest and then there's that thing that right in front of you. So yes, even in blind, that's still pretty good for blind. You are able to, and it wasn't far. Like I'm thinking maybe 50 feet from the clearing of the forest to the start of the stone structure. So very slowly, carefully, as the blind leading the blind, everyone makes their way toward the beginning of this structure, or the entrance of this thing. And we'll hand wave the other hours if you guys are. I'm assuming you're gonna lay low, not try to.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, I would like, but like in a very like gravelly way. So it's like.
Oh, nice, perfect.
To try and attract Coinpurrs.
As you.
Yeah.
Zabji does a great job of leading everyone to the start of this stone structure, and you're just feeling it at this point. Under your feet, there are a few steps that lead upward. You can tell these are like very long, wide steps. It's an entrance as you... About 10 feet from the stairs, the first set of stairs, everyone feels the sun leave their skin. As you can tell, you're not inside of anything yet, but you're definitely covered from the sun at this point. The air is very moist and almost not suffocating, like not a dramatic
Cloying.
Yeah, there you go. Way less dramatic.
Like, love that term. Yeah.
Boiling.
No, like cloying. Do I say that? Yeah. Not boiling, but.
Anyway.
Excessively sweet, rich, or. Well.
Verklempt.
Cloying odor. Yeah.
You're feeling a little bit.
Maybe that's not appropriate. Yeah.
But let me see. Let me take out all the visual stuff.
What are we left with?
you got 5 hours to kill.
Imagine we at least like feel around inside of there, like make sure there's no holes in the floor we're gonna fall into, and there's walls.
This will be funny. Let's see how much you guys decipher just in your blind state. This will be like its own little funny thing. Let's do as you rest up against the wall here. Let's do both of you guys roll. Let's perceive instinct.
I'm gonna say important note first. Does Coinpurrs come to us, or do we find?
Oh, sorry, you were doing your
Yeah. Let's try to attract Coinpurrs.
So you do that immediately as you guys get to that entrance and you feel the sun off your skin, and you start calling for him. And for a second, you hear meow, like he responds, and you're like, you do more meow, and you can tell. You guys know, Coinpurrs, and the meow he's giving you is definitely like, yeah, I know. He knows, and he's just being a dick, and he's not
Coinpurrs. Oh, it's Miauco Polo. Yep.
Yeah, Miauco Polo. But yeah, you hear he responds a few times arrogantly, and then like a muffled one, and you hear him kind of just his meows dissipate.
So he's not dying or anything. Yeah.
No.
But I will, as we're searching around here, Coinpurrs. It's This is your time, buddy. We are waylaid. You need to get all of us back to Madame Fairwind. So you are now the captain of our little crew, Coinpurrs. Just talking the entire time. No idea if he's actually listening or understanding any of it. But yeah,
You're looking at a wall.
yep. Yeah. The echo is very strong here. Just as my voice bounces off the wall. Because as far as I know, we're blind forever. I mean, and Turtle is going to turn into a giant Necrotoad and eat us. So we need to figure something out. Yeah.
There is evidence to support this. So as you
let's roll something before I sidetrack there. Yeah.
Like resting in this like alcove area, you notice behind you on the walls there's like it's definitely like patterns, like the intentional grooves, not just like natural formations. So I was gonna say let's roll for instinct, and then we'll go from there.
Your favorite roll. I'm kidding. Would knowledge work too, because we're analyzing, or comprehending?
This is just the I just want to see who realizes that they are carvings first.
Well, we both got flat zeros, so. Hey, a 9 with fear. For my instinct. Oh,
7 with fear.
7 with fear.
I'm glad you're already full on fear, because we are.
The carvings come to life and start chewing our fingers. Yeah.
You get your fingers stuck in one of the grooves. No.
Ah.
No. So.
Coinpurrs, get help.
You do. Both of you realize that there are clearly like some kind of possibly language, but definitely either artwork or something. Something like. For lack of a better term, man-made. No offense, like a sentient being made. Mm-hmm. But it's just
kin-made.
You're not used to being blind, and I don't think either of you are like linguists, master linguists. So like,
nope.
So unfortunately, you just fumble around for a couple of hours trying to figure that out. But
I like to imagine we're fumbling around, and I feel I think there's some worms on me, and then Zabji thinks that he's feeling a statue. And then we both realize that we've been
wait a minute,
like feeling each other's faces for a while. Yeah.
I found just what I think is the ugliest statue I've ever felt in my life. It's like really misshapen. I don't know if this is even like a living thing. I think maybe this might be ruins or something. Someone took a chisel or a hammer to maybe a statue.
Oh, that's so weird there, because they're the slimiest little, skinniest little, I don't know if they're worms or what, but they are just scraggly all over me. Oh, wait, hold on. There's something behind him. Oh, that's an arm. Oh no, we're being attacked.
This is awkward. Okay. I'm just
Coinpurrs, turtle. We're never
Yeah.
going to talk about this again.
Yeah.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
We're just gonna agree. Yeah.
Stick a little gunpowder in my jaw or in my lip, to mellow out a little. And, keep searching around. So carvings, yep. Oh, carvings. Oh yeah. Yeah, seems like there's some stone in here. It's carved, maybe. Yep.
From what I can tell, we're surrounded by rock, but other than that, I got nothing.
Oh, feels like home. Yep. I hope Coinpurrs went to get help. I hadn't heard from him in a while.
I think he's eating something, but that's
Okay.
just experience.
His stomach. I swear it doesn't. Things go in, and it's like if you put that much in the belly of the ship, it would. Whoop. We need the boatswain to do more swaining. Yeah.
No, I keep trying to. I think he might be magic. I can't figure it out because he's so like I feed this cat so much food. I have no idea where it goes. It should be better than you.
But I think I have an idea because when he does his stuff, it's always like heavy, like way heavier than even a what am I thinking of? A shale sheep's turds are, and those are pretty dense. So, yep.
I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't know a lot about the droppings of other animals, like you apparently seem to do. You
Oh yeah, I pick up a lot of things off the ground and feel them and smell them and taste them.
I can tell.
And look at them very closely. Yep.
You don't have to lick everything, and I'm a chef. Like, it's my job to lick stuff, but you don't have to.
It's not about want, it's about need, You gotta have a full picture, everything you're dealing with. You're just leaving out free information,
But I mean, like, you can't see it, but I have, like, a really long tongue. Like, it's like a thing that I'm known for.
Oh, so you don't even have to pick stuff up.
Yeah, no, I can actually lift stuff with my tongue. Like,
oh, you could grab and taste.
Yeah, and even I don't use my tongue as much as you use your tongue. It's kind of insane.
Wait, why not?
I don't know.
You lowlanders just
trying to. I've been wanting to bring it up, but I haven't known how.
Well, this now seems like the perfect time because we have no sense of taste is one of the last things that we are left with at this point. So I think you know what? Grit starts licking the walls just to see if he can glean anything else from the walls.
So, no, good. So you're looking.
Thank you for jogging my memory there. Yeah.
As Grit's tongue scrapes the inside of this entryway, you suddenly lose your footing as you stumble forward, and there was like a break in the stairs. It like kind of a crumbled off to one side, like unexpectedly, and your tongue slaps onto a new surface, and it's this new object. And as you start to feel the object, go ahead and make a knowledge roll. Knowledge check.
Just pause. That's a flat 0 as well. Hold on. Oh man. All right.
Yeah, that's good enough.
13 with hope. Woohoo!
So
I have full hope now. This has been a good session. Yeah. Full fear, full hope. Yeah.
that's what I like rolling. It keeps everything
All right,
up.
I got something over here. As I flop into whatever it is. Yeah.
So combined with your recent experience in battle, your recent experience seeing the statue of the Necrotoad, and your recent experience of kind of strangers in the dark moment with Zabji.
Well, I need to mark a new experience. Strangers in the dark.
You feel this large statue, and it's clear that it is it's similar to the Necrotoad statue that you guys encountered, like you woke up to around your campfire. But like even bigger and more bulbous. And yeah, that's what you feel. So I'm telegraphing like every time how would you do that with blind? Well, you're gonna spend a few minutes.
All right. Hey, Zabji, I got my tongue on something great over here. You can come check it out. I think it'd be a good interest for everybody at this point. Zabji?
This is him.
I'm here. I'm just trying to come to terms with some of the life decisions that I've apparently made. But it's okay. Let's just feel.
I will tell you a story about how I got here. And my uncle, who's a lost guard, well, he let in the rain. You know what? We'll cover it for another time. And I continue to investigate the statue. Calling Zabji over. Yeah.
Yeah, together we'll feel it out.
Yes. You feel some of it's not exactly moist, because I guess my tongue is not that moist, but kind of like a cat's tongue is gritty. Yep. Yeah. Anyway, there's a little bit where it's like a little bit like the dust is rubbed off it or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, this part's like smooth now. It's kind of weird.
All right. Well, I think do we get the idea that this is like another Necrotoad-esque, like based on our blind senses or our investigation here? Does it feel Necrotoady in shape, just bigger?
Yes, thanks to your Strangers in the Dark ability. Yes, unlike the Necrotoad statue, which was pretty spot on to like the actual creature that attacked you, it was that's it, like Gant, like very emaciated almost, and sunken features and just gangly. This, on contrast, what you're feeling now is very robust, very bulbous. I think like the Buddha statue when he's, what's it called? Because they're not all the same.
I know what you mean though. The fat Buddha.
The fat Buddha. Yeah.
The Thai Buddha.
There's a nice word.
One of those. Yeah.
I can't remember. I used to have it. I was a poser. I had all kind of shit. Anyway, so yeah, but much more like that. But after some time, you do feel around the head area that it is kind of making a similar, like, aggressive pose. Like it's in an intimidating pose. And with enough time, you guys are fumbling around in your blindness. You realize there are actually several of these around the entrance to whatever this is.
But there's several that are all the same kind of bigger.
Yeah, very
I think
similar.
I think these right here, the mama Necrotoads, or maybe the daddies. Yeah.
Is there? So I think once I realize what the statue is, I would stop and listen, because the last time we saw one of these, obviously we ran into an actual one. So is there any loud croaking or any ribbiting going on?
Go ahead and roll for instinct.
The roll of the day.
I mean,
and I try and push one over because I just want to roll strength. Hey, a crit! Nice.
Yeah, that's a crit.
Oh shit. So,
first stress, tick of hope.
So yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, you hear frogs everywhere, but now it's like, oh, he critted. Okay, so in addition to the just like general ambient frog noises in the jungle, which has been present the whole time, really. All the way up from the swamp up to the cliffs, there's always kind of in the background, you got your crickets, your frogs, your certain birds, it's part of the chorus this whole time. But because you critted, as you just happen to be standing in like acoustically the best spot, and from the inside of the structure, you hear additional croaking. So there's more coming from inside than just the ambient jungle croaks.
And Zabji is able to daredevil it and map out the area based on what he hears, right?
Frogs are good at echolocation.
Right?
You do like a loud, like deep,
Yeah,
like
I do a
croak
ribbit
and then map it
echoes
out.
off.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or the ping, the bing. So, yes.
I'm still fumbling around the statue while you're listening very intently. Yeah.
Yeah, so I definitely would say I hear croaking coming from deeper inside. So we may not be alone. I guess we've already called out for Coinpurrs, so it's not like we've been...
Yeah, we've been... I made a lot of noise.
So I'm going to just say, I hope the croaking is Jalakunu.
Oh! The Jalakunu.
And wait to see if I hear any Jalakunu.
Yeah.
You do not.
Kind of turn towards what I think is the opening. Jalakunu, we're blind now. So even if you're right in front of us, we can't see you.
And if you're not Jalakunu, we can totally see you coming, and we are armed.
Yep. But if you're worried about being seen, if it's part of like your code or something, you can talk to us without being seen. Yeah. Just calling out to nothing. Doing a lot of talking into the ether tonight. Yeah. Which one of my experiences is rambling, so I feel like that fits. Yeah.
Yeah, there's just a spear right in front of your face.
Slightly addressing the nothingness, but he's right there in front of you. The horror movie's version of this.
We don't know it, but yeah, the whole blindness being. What else would we do? So you mentioned there's something down there.
Yeah, I would mention there's something down there. I would say with us calling out to the Jalakunu and not getting a response, Zabji would not be very pro going further in.
I think I really think Coinpurrs went to get help. Yeah. I'm very sure that Coinpurrs, knows that we are in distress and blind, and is going to find the rest of the crew and get help and bring them here. So I think we should wait a little bit, and maybe keep a hand on Turtle. Make sure he doesn't morph into, Necrotoad or something while we're here. Be ready to
like explain. Have you guys seen that video of the guy fighting himself in the mirror at a bar?
Yeah. You sent that. And I tried to process it like 3 different times, and I couldn't. So
yeah. But that's like you guys in the dark, like you son of a bitch. Yeah.
I do. On the first statue, there was the map stuff on its back. Was that just illuminated, or was that carved into it?
Carved.
Like, how was it displayed, I guess?
Yeah, it was a carving of the island itself, and then there were just like additional etchings into these unknown location spots that I put on the map there.
So I might not be able to decipher it, but I would at least feel around these statues to see is there a similar are there carvings on the back of them that are mappy-ish?
Yeah. Each of these, we're gonna say 4. There's 4, like 2 and 2. You're feeling it along the same spots. There do appear to be runes and not runes, just like carving, like writings and different
Etchings.
right, etchings, embellishments here, like flourishings, but there's no defined map like you would expect there to be. Nothing like
Got
that.
it. Just kind of like here and there, like symbols or something.
Right, more
not
ornate.
like
you sense a lot of patterns, like a lot of repetition. You know, like a circle, circle, dot, dot, circle, circle. You know, it's.
All right.
Ah, the cootie shot recipe. Yes.
I'm anti-shot. I hope you know. Have we discussed this
Yeah,
before?
it gives people disadvantage, right? If you get vaccines.
Yep.
Oh yeah, for sure. Strictly anti-vax ship.
I heard the Jalakunu made up cooties.
Oh my god.
It's not real. Yep.
Everybody knows if you get sick, you just swallow a candle and the light gets inside you, and that's how you get better.
Oh yeah.
Obviously.
I like to just chunk some wax,
Yeah. You gotta
and then
light the
throw
wick,
some
though.
gunpowder down there, and then a sparkler, and homemade candle. None of that big Yankee
Oh my god.
candles from those elves. Yeah,
No.
not into those.
Well, before we
So yeah, I will. Okay, so if figuring out the statues don't have anything,
not
maybe.
yet. But before we jump into the next thing, let's take a bio.
Yeah.
My dog's like freaking out. She's
Yeah.
gonna go outside real quick. And I need a new ice.
Watch out for coyotes. If we don't hear from you, we'll top to chop. Spay and neuter your pets, everyone.
Are they pirates? What are they? What are they doing? Oh yeah,
Pirates are animal lovers, all right?
100%. 100%. Coinpurrs is definitely mud for sure.
We actually, what we do is we waylay merchants who ship for breeders and free their animals onto islands.
Companies that test on animals, we absolutely pillage the shit out of those.
Oh yeah, totally. There are so many ecosystems we've ruined by releasing animals into them that should not be there.
A lot of islands with invasive species because we just freed a bunch of stuff.
just decimated completely.
Chaotic Robin Hood of species.
Yes.
We're really bad animal rights activists.
I was about to say, like, egregiously irresponsible.
Our hearts are in the right place. We're just we don't do a lot of research and we don't really follow through with it. We just get really excitable and we're like, yeah, let's go to the march. And then we go to the march and start a riot. And then we kind of are just like, we're going to go now.
And Grit has killed so many freshwater fish by releasing them into the ocean.
Swim!
Be free! Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
I keep trying to correct
That
him,
gator
but I
right there is
still have
pretending to be dead awfully well,
He just watches every time.
Yeah.
I fish him back out and I just cook him.
Which is weird because we had gator balls for dinner. You know? Yeah.
You know?
Zabji, you are always so
They had a
timely
tail.
with your menus. Yep.
Yeah, it's so weird.
Yep.
Life finds a way.
In memory of Teefers, he had some sharp ones. Oh man.
Alright, so.
You're writing all this down, right? Because this is all canon.
No, that's canon.
Also, I remembered earlier that you said
Like
that.
this, but like bad at it. Yeah, all this is canon.
Yep. That anyone in the future encounters the bird that blinded us too. So there could be someone else that has watched all of this occur between Zabji and Grit.
Yeah.
And also, I imagine Turtle is inside his body, but he's John Malkoviching it and can't actually do anything, and is just like witnessing everything, or get outing. Yeah, that might be a better one. Yeah.
So
I guess anyway.
Well, everything after the encounter with the psychedelic macaw, that's what that was. Could explain Turtell being shelled like, out of it. Whoa, man. He's fine.
Shelfed.
He's breathing.
For now.
Yeah. Put it on the shelf. As we end the full 6 hours, didn't see that coming, but and especially both of you That was crazy.
Didn't see it coming.
Because I was
Completely
like bracing myself for like, okay, let's say one rolls a 1 and the other one rolls a 4. What's that like gap look like? Are they helping? Like, what are they doing?
Weird.
Also,
Turtle comes back too, and the end of the rope is frayed, and we are just gone. There's just some smears and gravel on the ground, and that's it. Yeah.
Looking at it like, huh.
Yeah. Well, better go find Coinpurrs. Yep.
So, as we're nearing the end of this, yes, the blindness. They're everyone at the same time, miraculously, coincidentally, seems to start getting peaks of light again in your I don't know, in your eyeballs. You start receiving light. It's been just pitch black this whole time. And at first it's just like highlights and shadows at first as things begin to, almost like an old TV, like warming up as the pixels begin to fall into place. I imagine it's especially disorienting for Zabji with 360 view. That'd be a lot going on. As always, as we fade back into the reality as we know it, as the universe refractalizes. Here's the thing, though. When the universe refractalizes for everybody, or defractalizes, I guess, whatever, reconstitutes, it arranges itself in a slightly different way, like same but different. The first glowing that you see coming out of your darkness is the direction of what eventually you realize is Turtell. It's the glowing from his chest, a light source, an energy source, permeating the area around you, his shell, and outside of himself, outside of your group here, as it almost seems like there are waves emanating from Turtell, from this core, that with each passing wave your vision improves, and it's like the puzzles being put more and more together as it within, I don't know, not more than a minute passes before it's very, very sudden. You're rushed back to reality. However, like I said, the universe has slightly repositioned itself for everyone here in the form of a +1. Mechanically, it's a +1. Now, this +1 is in lieu of like a +1 weapon, or a +1 like wand, or a +1 shield or armor. This is inherent in your being. It is a +1 that you take with you, and you are able to apply however you seem fit. If you would like it to be a +1 dedicated to weapon, do that. If you would like it to be +1 spellcasting, do that. So it is a inherent psychedelic trip upgrade from the Psychedelic Macaw here on the Island of Whispers.
So like a +1 to like an action.
No. This game's already like heavily
like a melee, or yeah, I get it. Well, I don't have spellcasting, so I think I know where I'm going here.
So you got a +4 Warhammer, and then like if let's say hypothetically in the future, you
feel like
change weapons.
Oh yeah, I can add a additional flat damage for. I'll figure it out. Yeah.
And I don't know how it works but if your tongs or your knife or something, any of your instruments if it would benefit that's cool. It's yours to use however you like. So.
Yeah, I think what I'll do is, so I kind of use my oven as my spell casting focus. Yeah. So if it's okay, my oven gets a little better.
+1 oven? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm never not doing
you can again. Like see very, I don't know. Yeah. How it applies to your oven. See just slightly into the future, like know when something will be ready, or yeah.
Oh my gosh. You guys, I didn't notice this. There's a convection setting on my oven.
just an extra button. Which is weird because if anyone else looks at Zabji doing it, it's like pushing into air or something. Yeah.
Got a self clean?
Yeah.
I didn't even see
That's
that.
cool. Yeah. Does it lock?
Oh my gosh.
I don't like this. Trying to open it and it's locked. Yeah. Huh. Yeah. I'll figure out how to apply that. But
Oh, that's beautiful. +1 oven.
Yeah, you can add flat damage and add damage dice, but you can't add to hit. I don't get it.
Is there no magic weapon thing in Demiplane?
I mean, I might be able to create like a custom weapon. I'll figure it out. Yeah, it'll be its own thing. But yeah, I think there are weapons that have like in a higher tier stuff like that.
I haven't tried to look. I've only done the like whatever the default thing is when you're building it.
Yeah. If I get a tier 2.
Well, anyway, you got it. There's that. Turtell can add it to add whatever he wants, and then Christian's character, whenever he pops up, I'll message him.
Nice.
Make sure he's got something. So yeah, that was a trip, but it slowed you down for a bit. But it looks like we're walking away with some benefits.
Yep. Some interesting experience out of that. It's not an experience, but yeah.
So here's the thing.
I feel like it probably manifests in like Grit's just a little bit more aware of like the space around him. Then
yeah, you can see. I was gonna say, now that y'all can see, we can kind of jump into the description of the
antechamber,
the facade of the facade of this place. But it's like but then we're also in a great place to stop, because that would be a great place to like jump in
cool with that
next time and be like, okay, now we go into the thing or whatever.
And we could see, and oh, this guy's been sitting silently in the corner the entire time, and we never noticed him. Yeah.
We're in a room full of people. Oh my god.
There he is. Yeah. Somebody's like perched on top of one of the statues. We just couldn't reach him. Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah, awesome.
So yeah, we'll time it like that. So as you guys come out of your blindness from the psychedelic macaw and regain your senses, the universe repositions itself in your favor and everyone's favor. We're giving a +1 to any ability they wish, whether it be a weapon or a spellcasting focus or a piece of armor. It's up to them to decide. So when we pick up next time, we will be on the outside of this temple. It's a temple. Hey, spoiler. Hey. So, yes, and we'll pick up from there. I'll stop the stream. Stay on. But, I'll see you next time on Wayward Names.